Hello and welcome to this one video. This one video is going to be an interesting one. Was the topic of this one video? Mic, you come here. The alternate mic. Also, you come this side, and this. Thank you so much for joining in. I also need to adjust this to slide. Thank you so much for joining in. We are going to talk about 6 ways to start being more productive strategies for introvert entrepreneurs. This is something that I've been learning for a year right now, and something that I've been struggling at the moment. Since as you are a human being and you're an entrepreneur, you have all ups and downs. So something that I've been struggling for over 2 months right now. The part of being productive, like how can I be more productive? How am I going off the rails and stuff like that? If you can see this, something I've learned the other day. Mom was having a conversation with mom. Something that I've kind of picked up from a different angle and kind of applied to this one. If you see this line, cool. The straight line is going to take you to a certain direction. Cool. That's entrepreneurship. The moment you take one derail, one small little point, and you're already diverted from the main path that you're going. So if you want to achieve certain goals and certain results and you're going in a specific direction, what happens is you're going and moving. It's going to be challenging and very difficult. The moment you take the detour, the break, the pause, the weekend, okay, I'm going to do it from tomorrow. The moment you start saying that to yourself, you are already derailed. The moment you are derailed, one small direction is going to take you like this. And it's going to take you a lot of time to come back to this path and start continuing. It's the straight path is not going to be the easiest and the more faster route, but then you're going to face a lot of challenges. Then the moment you divert yourself, get distracted, like 1% it's going to be even longer route for you. Thanks for joining in this one video. We are going to talk about 6 ways to start being productive. Now, when I specifically said start being productive, which means you have already kind of derailed. Now, this is something that I've documented for myself. Okay, Fazal, what are the 6 ways that Fazal can start being more productive? Because my schedule is pathetic at the moment. It used to be great until the month of March. We are recording this on 13th of June 2022. At the moment, from past 1 month, I've been struggling with productivity. I was like, take it. How can I start being productive back again? So if you are in the place where you are kind of alignment in where I am right now, if you were productive back in the day, some kind of thing happened in your life and like you're kind of derailed. Point number 1. If you were never productive, point number 2. So if you want to start being on this part of the fence, 6 ways that I deal with things that I'm going to. This is something that I've been doing it over a period of time and I got results. Now what I have to do is I have to reapply it. That brings us after 3 minutes of welcoming with it. Thank you so much. We are going to talk about the first point. First point is one of the most important point that I've learned from Russell Brunson in one of the videos when he was, I think he was also quoting this from. This video is something on the lines of productivity for his channel as well. Something that he mentioned very micro, which was very important for me, claiming the time. Point number 1 is when you know, okay, so we've got like 5 plays, right? So 1 to 1:30 claimed prayer time. Then we have like 4:15 to 4:30 time claim. 6:45 to 7 o'clock time claim. 8:10 to 8:30 time claim. So this time of the day, no matter what happens, the time is claimed for the praise. I have to go pray and come back so that the time is claimed. Say 2 to 2:30 lunch, 9 to 9:30 lunch, time is claimed. So that time of the day, no matter what happens, Fazal should not spend any less time on more number of minutes on the lunch or the dinner. So that time is claimed. Say for example, if I want to talk to a friend for like an hour, for example, 10 to 11, time is claimed. That time nobody can take away from me. So when you just start applying this one strategy, this one concept of claiming the time, like you can apply this to anything that you want to do. Anything. Okay, I want to sit right now and start scripting down my course. Okay, what about time of the day are you going to do it? Say you say you just have 30 minutes, great. What time of the day? Say 4 to 4:30, great. 4 to 4:30, no matter what happens, you just have to disappear for the whole world. No matter what happens. 4 to 4:30, just that because you don't have like 24 hours to give time to scripting. You just said you have like 30 minutes of it. When you have the 30 minutes of it, just disappear. Just go inside the zone. Whatever comes the top of your mind, that time is claimed for you just for scripting. Be it for recording, be it for scripting, be it for editing, be it for publishing, be it for coaching, be it for course, anything. So if you can just learn one thing in this whole video is I've kind of kept that on the top of it, because it's one of the most important things. Like once you claim the time, nobody can take the time from you. So for that, what you have to do is you need to start doing the rest of the 5 steps to understand how can you claim time. Point number 2 is having a routine. If you don't have the routine, I currently don't have the routine and my days are at a mess. I'm being as transparent as possible, because something that I've been struggling with is something that I wanted to document it. Because if Fazal is struggling, there are a lot of people also struggling. The only reason you are watching is because somewhere in your life at the moment, even you're struggling with productivity. And how can I start being productive? Was the whole point of it, right? If you were productive, you wouldn't even start watching, because you're already productive. You're doing greater things in your own pace and time according to you. Cool. So what I'm going to do is having a routine. Having a set routine. Way back in January, February, March, what used to happen when I used to get up in the morning, there was a set of routine. When I used to get up early in the morning, 6 o'clock, I used to pray, read Quran, pray again, make duas, do a class, and write notes, and then go to sleep. 7 things packed. Routine. Then I used to go back to sleep. I used to wake up at 9:30, 10 o'clock again in the morning. And the first thing, brush your teeth. Then I used to go work out. Then I used to do journal. Then I used to do coffee. Then I used to go pray. So everything is packed with things. It's a routine. I don't have to think what happened yesterday, because I exactly know what happened yesterday, the day before yesterday, the day before yesterday. Because what happens is when you are having a routine, you know exactly what time you have to be doing what. Say 3 to 4 o'clock meetings are there. Great. 5 to 6 o'clock meetings are there. You don't even have to think whom you spoke with, because you already are so programmed and conditioned that okay, the moment I have to get up in the morning, I have to go do brush first thing. Then you have to go work out. So you don't have to be consciously doing things and making decisions, because you are already programmed to do that. And once you are into that zone of having a routine, it becomes very easy for you to do a lot of things. It's having a routine is not one of the most easiest things in life, but then just when the moment you start doing it consciously over a period of time, it gets into a system, and once it gets into a system, it becomes easier for you to not fall apart, but then fall into the rule and just keep on that momentum building and keep on that snowball effect happening. And one of the things that can also help you is track. Again, that's the third point over here, is track things. That's one of my core things that I do, is like I just track. So we're in the month of June, and my June tracker, the timeline of the tracker is, I can exactly see, and I can see how many hours am I sleeping, how mess of a productive life I have got. Like if you can see this, there are no keys to it, but then if you can just see this, it's 24 hours. It's all a mess. Now if I can just show you, I cannot show you right now, it's like on the journal. If I can show you, in the month of January, it was all systematic. It was all systematic in the month of February. It was all systematic in the month of March. It was very systematic in the month of April. And things started to fall apart since the month of May. And then we're in the month of June, all good 45 days. I was like, there's no consistency. So once you're able to track a lot of things, what I did, I just went back and saw at a glance, like, okay, what was it doing in the month of January? What I was doing in the month of February? When was I sleeping? When was it waking up? So when I had that for a moment, I was like, great. These are the things that I used to do back in the day. These are the things, if I can apply right now as well, it's going to help me be more productive. So tracking comes very handy when it comes to being more productive. Fourth point is, again, once you start tracking, the first point, when you start tracking, this is like a sub point to it. The fourth point is observing the pattern. Observing the pattern. When you're observing the pattern, what happens is it's going to show you facts, statistics of your own time that was productive back in the day. That is very important. It's like, no matter what happens, never lose a single day of tracking. If you lose a single day of tracking, what happens is you don't know what happened that day. You don't remember those things. Like, okay, first of all, what happened on 13th of February, January? I don't remember. But when I see the journal back, everything comes into it. Like, okay, that was what I ate that day. That was what workout I did. That was how productive I was. That was how many hours I slept that day. So it all comes, like, I can remember and recollect everything that happened because of one thing. That's because of tracking. The fourth point is observing the pattern. When you're observing it, you can start making adjustments. The fifth point is adjustments. When you track things, when you're observing things, you can easily are able to adjust things. If not for tracking, you cannot adjust things. If not for observing the pattern, if not for tracking, you cannot observe things. It's like, okay, I don't know what I did that day. I don't know how what workout I did. Once you don't have that data in front of you, adjustment of things becomes very difficult. That's why I'm a big geek and nerd of time. It's like, if you talk to me about anything, but the moment you start triggering me when it comes to tracking, okay, let's go for like 6 hours talking about it. And me and one of the friends that I had back in the day, and we used to talk. The core conversation we used to have was on journals and tracking, and what more can we add, what can we take it off, how can we do it better. We used to talk for number of minutes and hours. The core concept, the core fundamental conversation ka topic was used to be tracking. Can you imagine? Concept, adjustment, that helps you adjust. And the sixth and the final point is something that I've learned from, can't read this book, Stop Worrying and Start Living. Where is this? Stop Worrying, How to Stop Worrying and Start Living. One of the books that I read a year back is Blue Devils. If you have empty spaces in your day, that time of the day is for Blue Devils. As an example, that is going to be one of the most unproductive time. You have no idea where the time is going. You have no idea how pathetic you're going to be in those times, because when you're free, you have no idea what you're going to do. When you're free and when you go to Instagram, when you're going to YouTube, you're going to spend so much time. It's going to do more harm than going to take away your time. Time is one of the most precious things as you can have. You can have. Like it just goes away. So it's like he calls it. I don't even remember which chapter that was. Then he calls it Blue Devils. On a daily basis, have like, okay, that's why the second point comes into picture. Having a routine. That's why the first point comes into picture. Claiming the time of the whole day. Okay, you're not keeping yourself. Keep yourself on toes. It might sound hectic to you, but then when you have like 1,000 things to do on a daily basis, you tell me how productive you are. When you have less things to do in the day, you tell me how productive you are in the day. For me personally, when I have like 1,000 things to do for like 16 hours, I am one of the most productive puzzles at that given point in time. If, for example, if I don't have like 20% of the work to do as compared to that productive day, that means my day is already a mess. If I've got like 2 meetings there, 3 meetings there, have to go visit that place. If I've got like 1,000 things to do on a daily basis, what happens is I'm exhausted. No doubt I'm physically exhausted, but I'm productive. The whole point of the whole video is like, how can you be productive? That's why I'm going to share these 6 points. Claiming the time, having a routine, tracking, observing the pattern, adjusting accordingly, and having no empty spaces as Blue Devils of in your calendar, so that it will make you more productive. If you don't have that, you have more productive. If you have that empty spaces, you're not going to be productive. This was my perspective from last 3 years, what I've learned, and shared you the way I am dealing with things. This is this current struggle that I'm going through, and this is the ways I myself can learn and track things and kind of start being more productive. Thank you so much for making this video. The next video that I'm going to record is going to be an interesting one. I think this video, I can see it went more than 30 minutes just because we had something called tracking in it. One of my obsessive topics. The next video that I'm going to record is 6 most important daily pillars of your online business. Now it's on daily pillars of your online business. More or less what you have to be doing on a daily basis so that your business can glowing. 6 areas of life we're going to talk about, something that I'm really fascinated about. Again, I'm going to see you there. May peace and blessings be upon you. And I love you. Thank you so much. See you there.